Hi everyone, I'm Rahul. Today I'm here to discuss about data-driven future and what are the possible opportunities in analytics. So starting with data analytics is a process that helps creating data, collecting data, cleaning data, transforming data, and analyzing it in a raw format to find out different patterns, trends, and actionable insights that could support the organizations to take decisions. It combines statistical methods, techniques, and visualization tools that turns data into meaningful information. So it has a whole process which actually involves data collection, which is gathering the raw data from different sources, which could be databases, which could be sensors, which could be social media, which could be transaction logs, and a lot many other areas. Once we collect the data, the next step is to do some cleaning, which is looking at the data, removing the duplicate values, correcting some errors if they are there, try to handle the missing values if they are occurring, and make sure the whole data is accurate before we do some analysis on that. Once we plan for analysis, it's on applying the statistical methods, algorithms, and some visualization techniques which uncovers the patterns and trends from that data. Once we have done the analysis, the next way is how well we can present it. So we have to communicate it, all the findings in form of reports, dashboards, or we have to use visualization tools which will help the management to take decisions based on the outputs that we are able to deliver from that visualization. If we take a simple example, a retail chain can collect the data of sales from different multiple stores that they had. And after cleaning the duplicate entries and correcting errors, they can use analytics to find out trends, to forecast the demand for the upcoming months or years or holiday seasons. This will help them organize things better. This will help them reduce stockouts. This will help improve the inventory part. Now, along with the data analysis during the time of visualization, one more key step is there, which is storytelling with the data. So data analytics does not only have things talking about numbers, it's also about transforming complex data sets into a meaningful stories that a stakeholder can understand and take decisions. So even storytelling involves creating visual dashboards, highlighting KPIs, trying to use data narratives which will explain why the trends occur, what action we should follow, try to find out the insight accessible and making them more understandable for non-technical audience also. So a dashboard which we generally create showing monthly revenue trends, if that dashboard could clearly depict or help executive understand what is the output, what are we are trying to deliver out of that dashboard, will help those executives understand and plan their motives, their next steps wisely to improve on the business performance. So it indirectly or directly impacts business also. So in a corporate world, if we talk about data analytics drives strategic decisions and operational improvement. It helps understand buying patterns to personalize marketing. It helps streamline the processes to reduce cost and improve efficiency. It also helps detecting the frauds or compliance breaches. So one more area, if we take an example in terms of fraud or compliance, bank use real-time fraud detection model to monitor transactions. So if there are there's a difference between the usage of a credit card for a particular person. So bank can look upon doing analysis on that to find out if that has been done properly or there is a fraud which has come within picture. When we talk about data, there are different types of data in current scenarios, in current world which is existing. The common most being the structured data, which is highly organized and is stored in a predefined format. That is usually in form of rows and columns in a database or a relational database. It follows a strict schema, making it easy to query that data with the help of different tools and languages. So if we talk about fixed schema, it could be in a format of a table, having columns, having a fixed data types that we generally know. It's easy to search within that data. It's easy to process that data. And the common usage of such type of data is transactional records in banking system or a e-commerce, which gives you the data in format of a spreadsheets like Excel or Google Sheets. The next type of data is semi-structured data, which has some organization properties such as tags, metadata, but does not follow a rigid schema like structured data. It cannot be stored neatly in rows and columns, but it has a group of data or tags or attributes which help them distribute it into different areas. So common functions, common sources that are there for the semi-structured data are XML and JSON files, which are generally used in web application. Within emails, the format that follows from header to body text is also a common source. We use such type of data in our business to find out details of e-commerce platform, and then we analyze on that data so that we can extract information from that. The third very common type of data nowadays is unstructured data, which has no predefined format, but it includes sources which are of mixed types. Like it could have text data, it could have images, it could have audio, it could have video. So it's not any specific format that we are following, and that's why the unstructured data is more complex. Common sources, as I said, could be text, it could be images, it could be video, it could be audio, it could be multimedia, anything that are coming from different YouTube videos, podcasts, PDF, PowerPoint presentation, including videos. Now, companies nowadays get all such type of data from different areas like social networking sites, with the help of which they want to extract the data and get the sentiment to understand how the customer is having a different opinion for that company. Marketing team also use video engagement analytics to optimize their campaigns. So this is one of the key things in current scenario. The most analyzed data is unstructured data. Now, using all these types of data, there are different career opportunities in data analytics. So if we look upon the current industry, data analytics is needed across industries because every sector is getting huge amount of data being generated for them. So they need people who can analyze, who can transform that raw data coming from different sources and give a meaning to that data. Whether it is a finance, where banks want to detect fraud, want to access credit risk, want to optimize the investment portfolios, whether it is healthcare, where hospitals are looking to improve patient outcomes, optimize resource allocation, reduce cost, whether they want better staffing or inventory planning in healthcare. Similarly, in retail and e-commerce, sites like Amazon analyze customer behavior, try to understand how to manage their inventory based on what all people or customers have looked upon purchasing in different area of the year, month of the year, quarter of the year, based on different holidays, how their purchasing behavior had been. They need to analyze and accordingly plan for the next cycle. Even in information technology, cloud provides analytics to detect anomalies and prevent downtime. The IT team analyzes log to find out what are the possibilities of fraud coming up, failures coming up, and they want to perform it much in advance before they could actually disrupt their business. So there are different areas where we have seen, or currently we are looking on huge growth in analytics. So if we talk about market, the global data analytics market is experiencing a rapid expansion driven by digital transformation, cloud adoption, and explosion of big data. So according to the industry report, if you look upon the current market size is expected to grow from $82 billion in the current year to $402 billion by 2032. And that is at the rate of 25% every year. So there is a boom over there, which is expecting everybody to get ready, every organization, every industry to be looking upon the data. In the current scenario, we can say the data is one of the most crucial thing every organization is looking for. And the key drivers which are required in data analytics is increased reliance on data-driven decision making across industries, growth of IoT devices that also generate massive data, adoption of AI and machine learning for predictive analytics, is another key area. Cloud-based analytic platform that enables scalability and cost efficiency. For all of these, you need people who can run the different data and do some analysis of that. So if you look upon what is the requirement over there in the market, based on that, the companies like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, they are all investing heavily in analytics platform and hiring thousands of data professionals. So based on this data, the career path that we can look upon in a technical area or a domain specific area could be the requirement is of a junior data analytics, where a entry level role focus on data cleaning, basic reporting and simple queries, where a person is expected to know Excel and SQL basics. A senior data analytics, which handles advanced analytics, build dashboards, interpret trends, is expected to know tools like SQL, R, Tableau, Power BI. Lead analysis oversees analytic projects, mentors junior analytics, and ensure the data quality. There, you need a good experience of handling the data and finding out trends. And if we talk about domain, all the industries, whether it is finance, marketing, healthcare, are looking out for analytics who can focus on their data, find out what all the customers segmentation is there, find out the data, resource planning, predictive health model, ROI, all these are to be extracted from the data that the industry is getting. And for all these, the key skill development is needed, whether it is foundation skills, which is Excel and SQL, or it is intermediate skills, which is Python and R, or advanced skill, where we talk about machine learning, cloud platform, big data analytics, and even in visualization tools like Tableau, Power BI. All these things are required from skill level growth for an individual to look upon for a role in data analytics. So I would like to wrap up this session saying that remember, the data is no longer just numbers. It's a foundation of innovation and competitive advantage. Organization that harness analytics effectively, that will lead the way in shaping smart strategies, predicting trends, and creating transformative experiences. The opportunities are immense, whether it is unlocking hidden insights, driving operational efficiency, or enabling personalized customer journey. What you need is, as an individual, for the success in industry, is a data-driven future which requires curiosity, collaboration, and commitment to continuous learning. So let's take this momentum forward, explore new tools and technologies, invest in yourself by building data literacy. Start small but scale fast. Remember, the future belongs to those who can turn data into wisdom. With this, I am Rahul Tandon, winding up this session. Thank you.